Yesterday is Congressman Bill Cassidy. Dr. Cassidy is also a practicing physician who serves in Louisiana's 6th Congressional District in the House of Representatives. He was recently re-elected to his second term in the House. Dr. Cassidy serves on the Energy and Commerce Committee, which has expansive jurisdiction over domestic policy. Dr. Cassidy is an assistant whip of the House Republican Congress and is also a member of the GOP Health Care Task Force. He lives in Baton Rouge, Louisiana with his wife, Dr. Laura Cassidy, and their 3 children. Please give a warm reception to Dr. Bill and Congressman.
First, I spoke in Baton Rouge this morning, saw Bobby Marcello. He said to tell everybody hello, but that's only the reported director, so he really is a wall. I am a doctor. Some of you have heard my laugh line. I'm a gastroenterologist. I like to say that gastroenterology has prepared me very well for Washington, D.C., you know? Took off my scrubs, put on a suit, it was like no change. And we live in interesting times. And our country clearly has challenges before us. And I will go through first the issues that I think are most important for our country, then the politics that in this election year cannot be avoided, and lastly, kind of speak about the unique role we in South Louisiana have regarding these national issues. And it is a valid role. Before I go forward, let me say I've got 2 members of my staff here. I'm going to introduce them. Brian, we all up your hand. Ryan McNabb is my district director, and Sean Hanscom does Veterans Affairs for us, casework, and also helps us with press releases. And so both of them are here. Get their card. We want to work with you guys and gals, so let us know. So, I got, I think, 20 minutes to take some questions, right? I'm looking for Bob. I think 20 minutes. Let's go. There are major issues. In fact, these issues are common to us all. When I come down here and then go back to Washington, people say, well, listen, this may be part of the new 6th Congressional District. What are the issues of Lafourche and Terrebonne or St. Charles Parish or such like that? And I say they're the same issues as everyone else. It is the economy, it is jobs, it is health care, and then throw in coastal restoration. And I would suggest that coastal restoration is actually a national concern and the rest of the nation doesn't know it. So let me start with that. The economy, healthcare, and then finish up with coastal restoration. First politics, then politics. Policy, then politics. First, the economy. The road to recovery flows through energy. We in this room know that so well. The rest of the country has not quite figured that out. What do I mean by that? And as I speak, you're going to know that you already know this, but what I'm saying would be news to the President of the United States. Turns out unemployment right now is not generally distributed. If you are a PhD in solar engineering, there's lots of jobs for you. The problem with unemployment right now and in our economy is disproportionately among blue-collar men. Now, blue-collar men have traditionally been employed in mining, manufacturing, and construction. The only thing that's, I think, right on about the stimulus plan that the President put forward and put forward and put forward is the money that goes to construction. Because we do know that putting people to work, building infrastructure is a useful thing. But on the other hand, there's so much that is ignored. Let's think about it. We know that when you go out to the outer continental shelf and drill a well, you are mining. Those are men and women employed, making with overtime up to 6 figures with good benefits. Don't necessarily have to have a college education, but they have to be hardworking, honest, pass a drug test, be able to think on their feet. We also know that when you build a pipeline that goes from that well to the coastline, say Port Fourchon, you have to first manufacture the steel. You have to construct those pipes. Then you have to go underwater to build that pipeline. And then you have to hook it up to the existing infrastructure. So we have mining, and mining, if you will, creates manufacturing. And the manufactured objects are used within construction. Now, we don't stop there. We know that once it goes to Port Fourchon, it will then go to, say, ExxonMobil, or it'll go to Dow, or BASF. Now, right now, there's such plentiful natural gas that ExxonMobil in Baton Rouge expanded, changing feedstock from foreign oil to domestic natural gas to make precursors of plastics. And I asked the gentleman who was the plant manager, why did you expand here and not in China? He goes, well, three things. One, that Mississippi River gives us the ability to get our goods to the rest of the world. Isn't that nice that here we're manufacturing something in this country that we export to the rest of the world? Secondly, our workforce is well trained. Thirdly, cheap, reliable feedstock. That natural gas, being so plentiful, has given ExxonMobil the assurance that they can expand here, have reliable feedstock, shipping goods to the rest of the world, so they preferentially build out here and not in China. Now, what does this mean?